Hi, I'm Nicola Kelly, and thank you so much for joining us tonight for Peace One Day Guelph's fourth annual Peace Day celebration. This evening, we're celebrating with billions of people around the world. Peace Day was the brainchild and creation of one man, Jeremy Gilly. And as a Buddhist, I love the concept that one person can change the world, and Peace Day is the perfect embodiment of this concept. Globally, we continue to face the crisis of climate change. In Canada, due to extreme heat, wildfire season started early, and fires raged across British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Northern Ontario. Global warming elucidates the interconnectedness of all who share the planet. In recent months, as Canadians, we have begun to face the ugly reality of the residential school system and its impact on Canada's Indigenous people. We have also seen a rise in violence against women, Asians, and Muslims. A horrific example of this was the attack on the Afzal family in London, Ontario. 3 generations were wiped out, and a young boy was orphaned due to one senseless act of violence. As a society, both nationally and internationally, we need to stand together to end racism and sexism. Let's dismantle old institutions that are systemically racist and sexist. Let's reclaim, rename, and tear down all that holds inequity in place. It is a Buddhist concept that if one part of the body is sick or wounded, the whole is sick or wounded. As a society, we cannot base our happiness on the suffering or oppression of others. After all, peace is not just the absence of war, it's the creation of a humanistic society. In the past year, we have been locked down through different waves of COVID-19. We have passed through another year of financial hardships, of layoffs, and of isolation. Many have become ill, and too many have died from this virus that continues to rage across our planet. Yet, in these past few months, as more and more Canadians become vaccinated, perhaps there is a light of normalcy at the end of the tunnel as we begin to gather with friends and family again. I feel so fortunate to live in this country where, as of August 1st, 59% of our Canadian population is fully vaccinated. However, globally, only 14% have been fully vaccinated. As a global community, we are in this fight together. As Canadians, we need to ensure that Canada keeps supporting the COVAX facility to ensure prompt and equitable access to the vaccines for all nations. To heal ourselves and the earth, we need to become one planet and one people. Our theme this year is kindness and connection. Today on Peace Day 2021, let's resolve to keep working together to overcome these challenges humanity is facing. Let's keep working together to create a society dedicated to sustainable living, to peace, to justice, equitable access to healthcare, equality, and dignity for all. To quote Daisaku Ikeda, a Buddhist philosopher, when one takes actions, one's own suffering is transformed into the energy that can move one forward. A light of hope illuminating a new tomorrow is kindled for oneself and others. So I will leave you on that positive note for our future. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy our show. We have an amazing evening of celebration and performances ahead of us.
Hello, my name is Mary Chivers Harkins, and I live in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. The land on which I live is situated on treaty land that is steeped in rich Indigenous history and home to many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. I have a responsibility for the stewardship of the land on which I live. Today, I acknowledge the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations, of the Anishinaabe peoples on whose traditional territory I am living. I acknowledge and honor the stewardship, past, present, and future of all the nation's caretakers. I love my country while recognizing its imperialist origins, from which I benefit, whether or not my ancestors were settlers of historical eras. I am committed to helping heal my society from the traumatic history of colonialism, injustice, violence, and the social repercussions of systemic racism on which this country was founded and have been perpetuated into the present days.
Hi, my name is Jim. And I'm Huiji.
We made this video in memory of indigenous children and their families.
Hi, I'm Nicola Kelly, and I would like to tell you how Peace One Day Guelph's tree planting initiative came to be. Well, I was experiencing the pandemic along with the rest of the planet when I started to think about how I could create something positive in my community to support and uplift others during this time of unprecedented hardship. So many people around me are struggling during this pandemic. And then I read about a group in Brazil that decided to plant a tree for every person that had died of COVID. I loved that idea. I felt such empathy for people who lost their loved ones during this lonely and isolating time that I wanted to find a way that us as a community could show our support and sympathy to these families. I also loved the idea of planting trees because it's necessary to combat climate change. I brought the idea to my wonderful co-collaborators at Peace One Day Guelph, and everyone was really excited, loved the idea, and gave me the go-ahead to contact the City of Guelph to see if they would partner with us in this initiative. So I sent an email to Mayor Cam Guthrie's office, and I immediately was contacted by Jean Matthews, who is the General Manager of Parks for the City of Guelph. He was so professional and accommodating. He was so supportive and immediately determined to move this project to a yes. So thank you so much, Jean, for your enthusiasm. Jean had invited Dave Beaton, the City of Guelph's Forestry and Sustainable Landscapes Program Manager, to our next meeting. Dave and I immediately made a connection. He had met and done another planting initiative with a mutual friend from our group. So that was such a positive connection. Dave recommended that we plant trees in an area that had lost a lot of trees due to the invasive emerald boar ash. It was such a good fit for our project to replant, regrow, and heal an area where trees had died from a disease. As a Buddhist, this planting initiative embodies the concept of turning poison into medicine. Basically just trying to create value out of this negative situation that has arisen from the pandemic and COVID-19. And the date of the tree planting also had special personal meaning for me and also embodies the concept of turning poison into medicine. So I just got an email from Dave Beaton from the City of Guelph letting us know when the tree planting is going to happen and where it's going to happen. So the date it's happening is September 11th. And this year's Peace One Day theme is kindness and connection, and I have such a profound connection to that date because as a national spokesperson for the Air India Victims Family Association, 17 years ago when we were trying to get a public inquiry into the bombing of Air India Flight 182, I made an alliance with the Canadian victim family members of people that lost their lives in 9/11. So we joined together, we formed an alliance to change the laws in this country to safeguard Canadians against terrorism. So for me, the fact that it's this date is so profound because one of the reasons I wanted to do this memorialization of the Guelph residents that have died is because it took our country and our governments decades to memorialize our family members. And we felt so alone and unrecognized in that. And I just feel empathy for the families who have suffered in this global tragedy, that they had to go through it alone in isolation, often not even able to have funerals for their loved ones that passed. So I just really wanted to reach out to them and let them know that we're a community and we stand together. And we recognize their loss and we honor their loved ones. So I wanted to be on the leading edge, which Guelph is, of memorializing these family members. And where it's located is actually exciting too, because it's at Aramasa River Park, which is by Victoria, off Victoria Road, and it's by the Arboretum. Lots of people go there, so I think it's going to be a wonderful place for people to gather, and I'm so excited. So on September the 11th at Aramasa River Park in Guelph, we gathered and we created our memorial grove to honor the lives of Guelph citizens that have died from COVID-19. We planted our trees together. We hope the memorial grove will be a symbol of regrowth and renewal, a symbol of hope for the end of the pandemic, a place where family members, healthcare providers, and just the general public can come together to gather and reflect. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to Mayor Guthrie, to Jean Matthews, to Dave Beaton, and all the other City of Guelph workers that helped to make this project a reality. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Rowan Dixon McCoy, and today I'm going to be playing No Place to Fall by Townes Van Sant. No place to fall, and I needed to. Could I count on you to lay me down? I'd never tell you no lies. I don't believe it's wise. Got pretty eyes. Won't you spin me around? I ain't much of a lover, it's true. I'm here, then I'm gone, and I'm forever blue. But I'm sure wanting you. Full of silver and gold, try to hide the sun, but it can't be done, at least not for long. If we help each other grow by the light of day, smiles our way, then we can't go wrong. Time, she's a fast old train. She's here, then she's gone, and she won't come again. Won't you take my hand? If I had no place to fall, and I needed to, could I count on you to leave me down? Thank you.
Good time. Hi, I'm Patrick. This is my arrangement of a piece by Robert Burns called Call the Yows to the Nows. A little musical interlude. Hope you enjoy.
Hello, I'm Susan Rosenthal. I'm with Guelph Socialists, and I want to explain to you why we formed Unite Against Racism Guelph and invite everyone who's watching this video to organize something similar in your own communities. Over the past year, and particularly this past summer, this current summer, we've had a number of anti-racist demonstrations. We had a very large Black Lives Matter demonstration against police violence against Black people. We've had several demonstrations and protests by indigenous people against the residential school system and the finding of bodies of children in church grounds. We had a demonstration and protest against the massacre of a Muslim family in London. And we also had a demonstration in support of Palestinian rights during the Israeli bombing of Gaza. And there's also a background of rising anti-Asian racism, against which we haven't seen any demonstrations. And that's especially concerning given the drive to war against China. Now, all these demonstrations were organized and presented as separate, and yet, the racist attacks are more general, because racism really does It hurts us all. It divides us. It makes it impossible for us to come together to fight the many common problems that we're experiencing right now. Pandemics, poverty, homelessness, environmental destruction, the drive to war. We can't solve any of these problems as long as we're pitted one against the other. One of the reasons we felt the need for something like Unite Against Racism Guelph is that it was very difficult to find out when these protests and demonstrations were happening unless you happened to know somebody, or we would find out at the last minute. And we felt that there were a lot of other people in our city, just like us, who would come out to these events if they knew about them ahead of time. Numbers matter. Large demonstrations give people confidence. They break down the fear. They give us a sense that together we can do more than we can do individually. And so it's very important that we all come out when anybody's attacked. When one of us is attacked, all of us need to show up. And it's the only way we're going to send the message to our cities, to our communities, that we will not tolerate racism, that there is no home for racism in our spaces, that people will be protected, that we will protect each other. And so I invite all of you to consider forming similar communication organizations, hubs, coalitions, whatever you want to call it, that bring together all of our struggles against racism, because we will all benefit from beating that back and making the declaration that this world belongs to all of us without exception.
Hi, my name's Artie. Happy Peace One Day. Blue sky smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Blue birds singing a song, nothing but blue skies from now on. I never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by when you're in love, my how they fly by. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Blue birds sing sky smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on.
Heal ourselves, heal the world. The theme of this year's Peace One Day has also been a guiding light in living my life. I feel fortunate to have found a spiritual practice that reflects this path and gives me a tool to deepen my continuing healing from life's trials. Gandhi said it well when he taught us to be the change we would like to see in the world. The wisdom in this teaching is that it gives us a clear place to start in making the world better. The Buddhism I practice gave me the means for positive change through chanting Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, which acts as an affirmation, a meditation, and a shared prayer to those close by. In this way, I can offer those gifts to my daughter, as I have shared with her the gift for art, another healing tool. My life touches hers as hers will touch others. The better I am, the better she can be, and the better the world we live in. Art is already in your life, whether it is on your fridge, or you've shared child's drawings with someone close, or been the star of one. We would like to now share some of the art we have created on our journey together.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hi there, I'm Colleen Fava. I'm a registered psychotherapist and I'm a mindfulness and meditation coach. And I'm also a part of the Peace One Day Troupe in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. And today I wanted to take you through a very short kindness and connection meditation. So if you can get into a place, a spot, a seat, a bed, a couch where you're comfortable, and then just close your eyes. And if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, then do a soft focus to the tip of your nose with your eyes open. And just notice how you're feeling today. Maybe letting go and sinking a little bit deeper wherever you are. Let your shoulders fall away from your head, your lower back and your backside fall a bit deeper into your seat or your couch or your mattress. Let your feet sink a little further away from the rest of your body. Your eyes maybe even a little bit further into your eye sockets. And just start to pay attention now in this moment to your breath and how deeply you're breathing. And maybe start to give a little bit more depth to your breath. So breathing down towards your belly button and possibly your diaphragm area below your belly button. And as you're breathing deeply in, maybe even start to lengthen your exhales as well, if that's accessible today. And then I want you to try and connect to a time in your life where you felt connected, where you felt kindness. Maybe it was feeling supported in an experience, or with an individual, or with individuals, or maybe it was just in a place that you felt this. And just connect to where that lands on you in your body. And if you're not sure or don't have an example, then breathe into your heart center. And as you're breathing into your heart center, I want you to connect with that kindness and connection. Maybe an image comes to mind. Maybe it's a color, maybe a beautiful yellow or pink. Maybe it's a mountain or an ocean. Maybe it's a guitar. Whatever that feeling of kindness and connection evokes in you, there's no right or wrong. Just connect with that in this moment today. And then what I'd like you to do is imagine breathing into that kindness and connection and letting it extend throughout your entire body, from your heart center or wherever it initiated in your body in this moment today. And just seeing that beautiful connection and kindness surrounding you, filling you up, getting bigger as if you were inside a cloud of kindness and connection. And then I want you to see that kindness and connection filling up the room that you're in. And then maybe possibly thinking about a person or a geographical place that you want to send some connection and kindness to. And I want you to start to breathe into that connection and kindness and see it extend outside of the room that you're in. Maybe it's extending outside your house into your town. Maybe it's extending to a family member or friend, and just really feeling that connection and kindness inside out. I hope you've enjoyed this meditation today. I'm Colleen Fava, and I'm so happy that you're a part of the Peace One Day celebration. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching our Peace One Day show this evening. Thank you to all of our talented performers and contributors for performing this year. Thank you so much to Kevin Hogg, who edited the show and the exhibit. Thanks to Chris Piggins for sound and Arthur Harkins for original music for the exhibit. And thank you all for taking the time to celebrate Peace One Day with us. Peace One Day Guelph has been collaborating with different individuals and organizations to create fun and unique events on our Peace One Day Guelph YouTube channel. So please stay tuned for more upcoming events and have a wonderful Peace Day. Thank you.